folks, welcome back to Hips O Games. Today what I wanted to do real quick is do one game, one level. I want to kind of expand on it a bit, so this is a series I kind of started 2 or 3 weeks back. So the pickup I'm going to talk about today, House of the Dead Overkill. And what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to play that with the Wii Zapper. And the Wii Zapper, the Nintendo Wii's version of a light gun. The one I got came with the Dark Side Chronicles combination pack, where you got the Dark Side Chronicles and you got the Wii Zapper with it. Let's actually test it out so on another kind of shooter on the system and see how it works. So before we do that as well, I'm just going to hook it up to show everybody how this works. So you get your Wiimote and you slot it in there like that and just clicks in. Okay, so then you get your nunchuck and there's a little lip here that you need to open. That clicks in and then you can click this and it kind of fastens it there, okay? And then what you also do is you then can connect the nunchuck to the Wiimote like so. And now you can clean up the cables here. I'll do that after, so you can kind of tidy them up. But yeah, this is what we're going to use. I'm going to try do my best to try and show everybody what it's like to use the Wii Zapper with this game, and let's go from there. Okay guys, as I said, this is one game, one level. Very first time to play this. And what I wanted to do is as well as make sure that I show off the attachment for the Wii for the actual gun game itself. So what I normally like to do as well, kind of these are the settings I kind of use with the Resident Evil gun games, was to make sure that the volume on the actual Wii remote is all the way up and to make sure rumble is on, because you get that whole feedback that you might get from, you know, the older light gun games, if that makes sense. So let's give this a go. We're going to do the first level. I'm going to go to story mode. I love the music in this, by the way, and what's cool about this as well is it's got this kind of maybe almost Tarantino feel to it, if that makes sense. So as you can see, it's got the reload action similar to that of the gun games. I'm getting a nice feedback from the vibration. Oh, I messed that one up. It's quite fast paced actually. Oh, kind of a slow-mo feature there. I shot that kind of green thing. Pretty cool. Some nice headshots pulling them off there. There seems to be kind of an upgrade system as well, where you can buy guns and maybe upgrade the guns as well, which seems pretty cool. I'd say this would be really good as well, playing 2-player. Yeah, I'm getting real feel of the arcade here, which is really cool. Just kind of a whole discussion on light gun games in general. Very hard right now if you don't have a CRT. So the Wii is probably the best system if this is what you're after. And there's a ton of games actually, a big selection. The lighting is kind of, it's kind of adding a kind of a film kind of noir feel to it too. Oh, there's another one of those slow-mo things. Nice. Let's see if we can get some accurate shots. Now, head clean off there. One more. Down you go, like a sack of spuds. The only thing that you can't use this zapper for is I've tried to put the Wii Motion Plus onto this, and unfortunately it doesn't fit. So that's a kind of a shame, but it's accurate enough to be fair. So this level is a little bit brighter, not too bad. There's some pros and cons to this game. Really fun from an arcade perspective. I would have liked a little bit more variance. Now I know you can buy guns in the gun shop, but if I compare that to Resident Evil, the Umbrella Chronicles, you actually actively get weapons in the game and you can swap between weapons, which I find help mix up the gameplay a little bit. I think if you stick with it and you earn enough cash, you can just buy additional weapons anyway. But I would have liked to have seen them in the world as opposed to having to buy them after the level in a shop. I kind of got a little table here to rest my arm because I get sore after a while. Nice slow motion kills there, that was pretty cool. I do like the dismemberment of this as well, that's pretty fun. There's a ton of blood as well. Yeah, I am finding the Wii motion quite accurate. So you can pull off those headshots quite easily.
Don't think so.
I'd say as well, this will be probably a little bit more enjoyable too if you were playing in 2-player. I actually see there's 4-player modes as well, if you actually manage to get 4 people together on Wii mode. Yeah, and there's other little features as well in RE that I actually prefer. Like, you can actually use melee attacks by kind of waving the Wii remote. Yeah, and there's stuff, kind of additional things that kind of branch out and make the kind of gun games a little bit kind of more varied. I would have liked to have seen something like that maybe in this as well. I think that, and the fact is you only really have one primary weapon, and they don't kind of introduce kind of shootable weapons or shootable items in the game, which they do in RE, which I prefer. I think after this it would be a good exercise maybe to just try and also kind of do a comparison and maybe show one of the RE games in a similar fashion here. Yeah, so I mean that's it really. That's just one or two, a little showcase of House of Dead Overkill on the Wii and how it works with the Wii Zapper. Yeah, that's it from me from another video. If you like what you see, guys, please make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, and as always, thanks for watching.